Hello, I'm Mayor Jim Harrington. Do you remember your first job? The city has teamed up with the Brockton Area Workforce Investment Board to find employment for our youth. By focusing on creating jobs for youth, we are encouraging an active, productive workforce and the promotion of social responsibility. As an employer, you can help to shape the workforce and create a talent pipeline for future employees. Please join the starting lineup of employers who are hiring our youth. Give a youth a chance. Employ a youth today. Up next, another supporter of our youth employment with their first job.
Good evening. My name is John Coster, and I currently serve as the president of BC Tent and Awning Company. I'm here tonight to tell you about my first job. Actually, I thought it was going to be my first car, but I'm here to tell you about my first job. It turned out that on my 16th birthday, my dad, who I thought I was smarter than, decided that I needed a job rather than a car. But I thought he was buying me a car. En route to what I thought was my first car, we made a stop at DW Field Park at what formerly was the Walsh's Ice Cream Stand. And we went in to meet the owner. I thought, this is cool. We're going for an ice cream before my car. My dad is really much cooler than I thought. I actually thought I was smarter than my father, but turned out that I wasn't so smart after all. As we met Mr. Walsh, I found out that I was in fact there for a job, not a car. And as it turned out, my 16th birthday present was not a car, but a job. Lessons I learned from that were never trust your father. Just kidding. But the importance of customer service and being on time for a job.
I'm State Representative Christine Canavan from Brockton. And when I was asked what my first job was, it really had to go back a long way because I was 15 years old. And my first job was at the snack bar at Mammoth Mart on the east side of Brockton. And I have to tell you, whatever I learned from being an immature 15-year-old in my first job, I learned a lot of things, and I learned a lot of things about myself. Mostly I learned the responsibility of working as a group, showing up early for work, actually being there on time, ready to go, and actually not calling in sick to go to the beach. That was a big thing for a 15-year-old. So I have to say that I did learn quite a bit. And if I had to do it over again, absolutely. And did I realize then what I had learned? No. It was when I got out of school, got out of college, and got into the main workforce that then it dawned on me that I had learned quite a bit from just being that little old waitress behind the snack bar at Mammoth Mart. So actually I'm here to ask all the businesses in Brockton to do their very best to find a summer job for youth and contact the Brockton Area Workforce Investment Board and let them know that you have a job for youth in the city of Brockton and that you can help them learn a little bit of that responsibility too. Take care.
I'm Linda Balzotti. I am the Public Information Officer at Bridgewater State College, and I am a counselor at large in the city of Brockton. My first job was as a housekeeper/receptionist at a Catholic rectory here in the city of Brockton. With that job, I learned the responsibility and commitment of working for an employer, and I also learned how to work with other people. Summer jobs are important for young people, both financially and for their own personal development. If you have a job opportunity for a young person in Brockton, please contact the Brockton Area Workforce Investment Board.
My name is State Representative Geraldine Creedy. My first job was that of telephone operator. I wore the headset and actually used the wires like you see in some of the old-fashioned movies. It was wonderful training to work for the telephone company. We had someone we never met called the Observer who was to watch you for courtesy for customers and competence. It was very good training, and I later went on after college to work for the telephone company as a sales representative. I would urge all employees to search deeply into their hearts and to give a few children, youngsters, a chance to work for the summer. It is a wonderful opportunity for them to have the opportunity to observe the workforce and to have linkages with employers and to understand why their education is important. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Dana Molifaria, president at Bridgewater State College. You know, as a young man, my first opportunity for work came in a restaurant as a dishwasher. I didn't realize it then, but it was a job that would shape my work ethic and my future in the workplace. I had an employer who understood that that was a first job for me and created the kinds of opportunities I needed to succeed. It is important for all of us to participate these days in helping young people to gain those opportunities. The Brockton Area Workforce Investment Board is working hard to create those opportunities, and I encourage you to contact them, provide those opportunities for young people, as we are doing here at Bridgewater State College. Thank you.
My name is Dr. Susan Zakowitz, and I am the principal of Brockton High School. And I got my first job when I was 15 years old, and I worked at Asker's Bakery, which was on South Main Street. And I really learned a lot in that job. I learned how to wait on customers. I actually frosted the cupcakes. I sliced the bread. And after I was there a while, I even learned how to decorate some cakes. But here's what I most importantly learned. I learned how to greet people politely, to always treat people very respectfully. They were our customers, and I learned that was an important skill. And I also learned how to manage my money because I was saving my money for college, and I will tell you that I learned how to manage my $1.58 an hour salary. And it worked well for me, and it also taught me that I did want to go to college because I really didn't want to be a baker at any time soon.
I'm Robert Sullivan, Brockton City Council President and Councilor at Large here in the City of Champions. My first job in Brockton as a young youth at the age of 10 or 11 was to deliver newspapers on a daily basis for the Boston Globe. What I learned in that experience was to work hard, treat it professional, don't complain, don't make excuses. You never know who those customers when I was a youth would turn out to be. Some of my family, some of my friends, some of my voters. What I think is important is to keep the children of Brockton active and employed. If you're a small business or a large business, if you have any means to hire summer youth, please contact the Brockton Area Workforce Investment Board. We need to hire the youth this summer. If you are a small business or a large business, if it's a solo practitioner, it doesn't matter. Please consider contacting the Brockton Area Investment Workforce Board to hire because we need to employ the youth of Brockton.
Hi, my name is Diane C. Kendrick. I'm the Area Director for Brockton Mass Rehab Commission. My first job was cashier and waitress for my father's soul food restaurant in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. I learned a lot while I was there. We would have 8, 9, 10 people at a time shouting orders at me, making sure that I had their orders directly straight so Ken Man, which they call my father all the time, would get their orders correct. And while I was there, I learned a lot of responsibility, I learned a lot of independence, and I dealt a lot with money. And we had lots of people, especially late at night, 10, 11, 12 people shouting orders. I want this, I want that. But listen, it was a good job for the summer, and I learned a lot. I'm asking employers, please, open your hearts, open your doors, open your job, hire youth for the summer, and list your job with the Workforce Investment Board here in Brockton, and they would love to hear from you. Thank you.